photography started because of my love of nature. One of the first, I guess, big events was my parents buying me a camera for Christmas, just a little point and shoot when I was 14 years old. And I went out and did all these artistic shots and got the film back, and everyone's like, what is this? I guess I was trying to be a photographer. I did my master's in biology in the Central Arctic. I got back after that summer, after shooting, and showed friends and family all these different images, and they're like, oh my God, what an amazing place, the Central Arctic. I did grow up with an older fellow that he would take me out on the land a lot, and he taught me a lot about animals and about their signs and such. And as much as you learn at a university level, the education that I got through this woodsman was just as valuable as my university degree in my occupation today. Light, patience, and believing in it.
Oh my God, you guys. This is so, oh my God, come on, come on. Give me some good shots here, please. Waiting for years for this. Years. I've been up and down this road waiting for what we got this morning. You guys don't know, honest to God. The howling, the shots I just got, oh my God. Killer, killer.
It's great, it's great. It's a very positive, energetic place to be. People that come in are thrilled with the pictures, and they're so amazing. And his stories are so amazing when you read his books.
So the books, there's two types of books. There's the children's books, which really I'm just trying to get a little bit of a message out and get fun. Like the first day of school, that's a fun story about grizzly bears going off to school. I have another children's book called Mom, What Can Be Done? And it has a good environmental message about the Arctic and such. So, and then my coffee table books, this is my most recent one. This is All in the Wild Calling. And then I have one called All in the Wild. And All in the Wild is the first 7 years of my work and all the stories. And then this one, All in the Wild Calling, is the last 3 years of my work and all the stories. And the stories are nice because they complete the pictures. So, and the first one has done well. It's become a Canadian bestseller. For the future, basically in terms of the books and such, there will be a big polar bear book that's going to come out at one point, and it's going to have a really great environmental message. We're going to donate a lot of the money to the profits from that book to my All in the Wild Land Fund. We purchase land for nature and set it aside. My favorite area to photograph is probably the polar bears of Churchill, Manitoba. If I had to pick my favorite species to photograph, it would be them. You would think that there's actually little human children underneath that fur coat on those guys, because they're so playful. And to see the mums with their cubs, and it's such a contradiction. I mean, you have this big, you know, carnivore that's such a dangerous animal, and yet is so loving with their cubs. So my favorite piece of art is an image of a wolf on a frozen lake. It's titled Winter Wolf. And I was underneath a white tent that's kind of like a blind, and I can walk and sit and walk and sit. Now the wolf was sleeping out on the ice, and I got about 200 yards out, and the wolf was a little bit curious as to what I was, and as I moved in closer, he got up and he trotted off into the back forest. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the three most important things that I think in photography are lighting, patience, and believing. And I had spent a lot of days on wolves up in Prince Albert National Park where I captured this image. The lighting in this image is my mood. It's just a soft, haunting mood. And the wolf is by himself in this vast landscape, which really speaks to me and how I live my life a lot of time alone out in the forest and in the vast landscapes. I'm a guy who's all in the wild, so I love just being outside. If I could choose what I wanted to do all the time, it would be share my stories with people, and then the other 80% of the time would be just all in the wild. So the big thing for me was to stick with film as long as I could, so that people knew the quality of my work, and that I wasn't doing any digital playing, any digital enhancements, any composites, things like that. And nature doesn't need that. It doesn't need any enhancement. If you can't get it in nature, then you can't get it.